green. He gonna earn all this green. Matter of fact, that's what we're gonna give him all this green. Cause Ryan want to be an Eagles fan so bad. We get him all this green shit, and I'm gonna send it right to him.
No, I don't burn that shit then.
All right, man. Let's start the show.
Town to town, murder, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard.
I keep you vicious, 6 inches when I'm switching from Marco to ammunition. Listen, this is new for the kids in position, waiting to escape each clip and evicted. You're 6-bit, 666 each digit, profit from these licks and keep my spit prolific. In an instant, I'ma live a life like Mystic. Stay high to defy the laws of physics. Critics kiss my ass, you can witness, never missing. When I aim at a misfit, his shit ain't equipped with enough to have ammo. When the King's Arch wig split, give it a 0 when I'm a 15 like AR. You can live your life in the graveyard. Life, you're not gonna take ours. I got a lot to say than just 8 bars. If you hate ours, this day you might make ours. Something frightening's about to happen. Lightning strikes the mic when I be rapping. Don't even come and tell me you saw me blasted. I'll be flashing, ego smashing. Nobody will close my casket.
Live from the graveyard, 3 young riders, ammunition, King Czar, Mac Pacino.
Every day where we from, yo, it goes down. Day to night, hood to hood, block to block, town to town. Murder, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard. Murder, kill. Murder, kill. Murder, kill, life is hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard.
I'm telling them bitch is for the reason us bitch ass niggas hating. Nigga ride through my hood on go dating. Split the script from a strap erase. Somebody dropped in the middle of sex. Got his ass with a missile, now he's really wet. It's a killer set. I got mental threats, and on top of that, I'm a lunatic. My niggas be tripping on me sometimes, saying that a nigga be out his mind. So evacuate, in other words vacate, cause a nigga like me might premeditate. I'm full of danger, oops, I mean anger shit, but I guess they both apply. See eye to eye, not me, my nigga, you got 20/20 vision, peek my trigger. It's lovely, ain't it, nigga, that's my bitch. We done fucked around, and it's some main shit, untamed shit, insane shit, and every time I get done, it's an empty clip. I don't understand, but I'm on the edge, I guess I'm part of the living dead. That's what I said, from me, don't listen. Crazy, sorry, got hollows hissing. Walk with me, go kill with me, pull guns with me, come kill with me, come ride with me, go steal with me. If you don't fuck with me, you history. One lifeline gone, and it's sick, and the death's with me, it run blood stick. Torture chamber, bottom pit, the home of a deranged out lunatic.
Every day where we from, yo, it goes down.
Another block, town to town. We in this bitch. What's up, everybody? Y'all know how we do each and every Tuesday. I'm your host, Dennis Owens. I'm here with my co-host. You know what I mean? Ryan Thomas. What up, Ryan?
What's up?
Nothing much, man. Listen, we got special guests in the building. We got my man Rich in the house. What's going on, Rich?
You know how it is, man. Dealing with the Eagles loss from last night, but I'm all right. I'm good. Better than Cowboys fans. That's all that matters.
All right. I
gotta pop that in there whenever I can.
Okay. Listen, like I said, we've been going through a lot. Y'all know how we usually do. We start off with our trash ass players. So, Ryan, matter of fact, Ryan, you know what? Let me go right into the trash ass play.
So hopefully I can win a big screen TV and some prizes down in Texas. I would love that. So go ahead, Czar. What you got this game?
Nah, it's just funny all week, you know. These Packer fans are funny, you know. We playing with house money. We ain't supposed to be there. Pressure's on Dallas. Yeah. But saying all that, I think the Packers are going to win. Oh, you do? But if they don't, we've had a great year. We found our quarterback. Don't give me that bullshit. Everybody's here to go to the Super Bowl. You make the playoffs for a reason. Don't come talking shit. Y'all win and y'all lose. Oh, it's been a great year. We wasn't supposed to win, but you picked yourself to win. It's comedy. comedy. You Packer.
I had
fans.
to win in the division, Green Bay. I did.
I did too, but that's just a preseason prediction. Besides the point. The point is you can't have it both ways. You can't say we playing with house money, we ain't got nothing to lose, and then pick yourselves to win. But then if you don't win, oh, we've had a great year. We're not supposed to win. No, you don't get off the hook. We're going to kick your ass. So I'm just letting you know. And I'm a Jordan Love fan. So, again, it's just the Packer fans are funny. I had to throw that out there. Kudos to them. But, yeah, we're 8-0 at home. We play, obviously we got bigger fish to fry. We lose this first-round game. Like I said, I might start watching Home Shopping Network. I might stop watching sports. So that's how I feel about it. So I'm taking Dallas to win at home. I'm going 38-20.
38-20, taking Dallas in a blowout.
I'm right.
Hey, yo, that's how we starting off the new year, baby. Hey, yo, that's what I'm saying. Hey, yo.
Wait a minute, we doing it like that?
Hey, we start doing it like that, baby. Hey, listen. Hey, he couldn't be on the show, but I made sure he was here in style. You understand me? In style. Listen, Czar, love you, baby. I want to let you know I love you. But listen, I know I had to get you. I'm going to talk about mine in a minute, but I had to get you. I'm just letting you know. Had to get you. Oh, man. But, Ryan, go ahead. Give me your trash-ass players, Ryan.
I need that energy right now, Dennis.
Hey, man, listen, I just started with some new energy. You told some energy. I gave some new energy. You got to match my energy. You got to match my energy. Where you at?
Well, Steven Jackson, you black motherfucker.
Steven Jackson?
Steven Jackson, the basketball player, ex-basketball player. All the smoke, Steven Jackson.
Oh, what are you talking about, my man, Steven Jackson?
No, fuck that shit.
No, that's my man. I met him personally, man. That's my man.
No, fuck that shit. Don't be hating on Shannon Sharp podcast. You a hater. How you gonna say, we all need to stick together? When Cat Williams went on Shannon Sharp podcast, well, Cat Williams, if he were on my podcast, I would not even let him talk about all our friends like that. Fuck that shit. You a hater, motherfucker. You hating. He's gonna say, well, he talked about all our friends. I would have stopped him. What? My next trash head player, the Miami Dolphins. What the fuck you were thinking out there? You lost to Kansas City Chiefs. They had 26-7.
Yeah, that's the same. Hey, Ryan, you know what's crazy? That's the same team that put up 70 this year.
Yep.
Where was that in that game?
70. You know what I mean? I remember when they was coming to Philly to play Philly, people were saying, "Oh, y'all about to get the pin relays put on y'all." now I know a lot of people don't know what the pin relays is, but it's damn near Olympic track meet. Just let you know, all right? That's going on in Pennsylvania.
Down at Penn University. Yep, right there at the track.
Let you know, hey.
And that's my last one, Dennis.
Well, before I go any further, I just want to let you know, I just don't appreciate you telling your story. You know, you told your story about Steven Jackson. And while it was true, but did you hear all of the stories? That's why I'll be quick to get into beefs that people got. Because it's I'm gonna tell you why I say that. A lot of beefs that people be having, it just be like halfway beefs. And I'm not taking up for nobody because I want them two to clear it out. I want them two to clear it out as grown men and get it together. But I heard the Steven Jackson side on Shannon Sharp was hating on them when they was getting a deal with DraftKings, when they was getting their other deals on other stuff. And Steven Jackson was more so saying that, I understand that he came on and he did, he was sitting there, he was talking about them people, but on our podcast, we wouldn't have let that happen. And Shannon Sharp was saying, well, listen, it's me and I don't have that much time to do on a split second. It's two of y'all.
What?
You know what I mean? It's just me on a split second. I just let them go ahead and have a piece, and I try not to interrupt them.
What?
So I'm not mad at Shannon Sharp, and I'm not mad at Steven Jackson. I like Steven Jackson. Like I said, I met Steven Jackson. That's my man. Listen, that's my man. He loved coming to Philly. I'm a big fan of Steven Jackson. I'll take up for Steven. I'll take up for Steven Jackson. I'm a big fan of Steven Jackson's. That's just me. But on that note, I'd rather let them two handle this grown men. I'll let them two handle that as grown men. That's how I feel on this.
All I did trying to say, we all do the same thing. Yes or no? We all do the same thing. This is a podcast. Get Cat Williams on your show too. Why you gonna be hating on the Nets, man? For what? We all doing the same damn thing. The same damn thing.
Right.
Stop hating. That's what I'm trying to say. Dennis, we don't need to be hating on each other. How about support people? How about that? How about
everybody ain't on the support?
How about be happy for people? How about that? That's all I'm trying to say. Stop hating on the next man. Be happy for that man. That he did break the internet.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for both of them. That's what I'm going to say. But Rich, you here? Rich, you got any trash ass players, Rich?
Man, anybody on the Eagles defense who tried to tackle somebody last night. That's all I really got, man. I'm not trying to bash on my own team. I am an Eagles fan. But, I mean, when I tell you that is the worst tackling performance I have ever seen in my life by a Philadelphia defense, it was last night. That was the most embarrassing thing. And I love how it was so bad they had to create a montage on ESPN to show us truly how bad it was. And that's just not Philly D, man. So I got to say the Philadelphia defense. And I got to say the other trash-ass player, they say every fan is a 12th man. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, them Dallas fans, man, they right up there too. Y'all some trash-ass players too, because all y'all sat here running your mouth all season, like always, this our year, this our year, this our year. And it was your year to choke just like it is every year. And that's just how it is, man. I'm sorry. Dallas ain't doing nothing anytime soon.
Only thing I don't like that I kept hearing, and it's like I said, I really don't be trying to get into the Dallas Eagles thing no more. Like my dad is a Cowboys fan. I'm just tired of it personally. Just tired of arguing. Like my goal is to get another Lombardi. Like arguing with you all is weird. And my goal is to get another Lombardi.
I mean, but you know why the division's such a big deal to them. I mean, that is their Super Bowl because they can't do nothing after they win that. So I don't fight with nobody no more either, honestly. Like at this point, I'm chilling, man. I don't care. I mean, unless there's a Lombardi in my hands, we didn't succeed for nothing. I don't care if we get division titles. I don't care. If we ain't winning the trophy, the big one at the end, I don't give a damn, man. I don't care. I'll win as the 7th seed. A win's a win.
we failed. But as a trash-ass player, I will say to the Cowboy fans that was saying, oh, this is the best defense we ever had. You know, this defense, we known to shut people down. We got all these top corners. We don't lose at home and all that shit. To that defense, that was all that. If Romo had this defense, he would have did the same shit. All right? Let's just get that out of the way. He would have did the same. He'd have threw them same 2 interceptions. All right? That's where all this Romo better than Dak shit. I'm done with that. All right. As a matter of fact, I think Dak Prescott has played his last game in the Dallas Cowboys uniform.
He might be going to Tampa Bay.
Might be going. No, he ain't going to Tampa. He ain't going to Tampa.
He might go to Atlanta. If Russell Wilson don't go to Atlanta, he might go to Atlanta.
He go to Atlanta, baby. You gonna love him in Atlanta. You gonna be a fight. I'm gonna get you. We gonna have. Listen, because I like Dak so much. We gonna have matching Dakota fucking jerseys. All right. I'm gonna get you one and get me one. So you go to hot Atlanta, baby. Number 4 in Atlanta. Last time y'all had a number 4 in Atlanta, it was who?
Brett Favre.
Brett Favors, baby. Come on now. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
But you know what's great, though? Here's the good news for you, all right? Here's the good news as a Falcons fan. If you're a Falcons fan, the best part about Prescott coming there, y'all will win the division every year, and at least you'll make the playoffs. You ain't going to go far in the playoffs, but you're going to make it every year. That's the good news.
Tell me this. I'm glad y'all brought up that. Because why would we want somebody just to win the division?
I mean, listen, to be honest, it's an upgrade from Ritter because Ritter ain't doing it. I mean, I liked him in college, but I was not a fan of him coming to the pros.
Right. I with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't like his bum ass either. But why would I want somebody to just win the division and you cannot even win the playoffs?
He's going to get a big deal somewhere. I mean, I wish Prescott would stay in Dallas forever. I said that about Romo. I'll say it about Dak. I hope he stays there forever, bro. Listen, every Dallas quarterback, you name them, Quincy Carter, Drew Bledsoe, I love them all. You wonder why? They all did the same thing. They all choked when it mattered. I love that. I live for that. I don't want y'all to find the next big thing. Fine, put Trey Lance in there. He ain't going to do nothing either. I'm cool with it. I'm cool. And I ain't defending the Eagles, by the way. So anybody in the comments, I mean, I'm not defending the Eagles. I'm just saying what Dallas has right now ain't it. This is not it.
Damn.
Y'all haven't had a real quarterback since Aikman, and some would say that Aikman was carried by one of the best teams of all time. So I'm just saying. And you can't argue. Aikman had one of the greatest offenses and defenses of all time. And that dude had Hall of Famers on the whole O-line, his running back, all of his wide receivers, his defensive secondary. I mean, that man had a squad in Dallas. So I'm just saying they haven't had a real quarterback there in a very, very long time. Very long time. I know Cowboys fans that say the last great quarterback in Dallas was Staubach, and that's going back to the 70s. So I'm just saying.
That ain't what they say now. They say it's Romo.
My man had a better career in the broadcast booth in the last 3 years than he ever had in Dallas, bro. Come on, man.
Out.
I like him in the broadcast booth. I like him now. I mean, he's solid in the broadcast booth. That's about it. That man could not play quarterback. All I remember is that Seattle botched field goal hold, man. That's all I'll ever remember when I see Tony Romo. I'll remember that play for my whole life.
Out.
I'm just saying, man. Romo would have won that game. I don't know about that. I mean, they got trounced. I mean, so you're telling me Romo was going to tackle Aaron Jones and stop him from having 3 tutties? I don't think so. I don't think Romo was stopping that.
No, I don't think so either.
My man wore the shades all night. The shades were supposed to be passed around from player to player. My man Aaron just wore the shades all night. Didn't even give them up. The whole plan was swap them around. Listen, when you're losing so bad, you bench your entire starting lineup with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Romo was not saving y'all from that. I'm just saying. He was not saving y'all from that.
You can't tell them that, though.
Nope.
That was an ass whooping.
That was it.
That's all I'm saying. Let's get to the certified players. Let's talk about some certified players. Let's get to some nice folks.
No, you don't hear me say this too much, Dennis. Stephen A. Smith. And this is why he my certified player for this week. Because he
like Because you like drama. Because you like drama. No. That's what it is.
No, he's standing up for his payment. If somebody been talking shit about you for 9 years, 9 motherfucking years.
You like drama. Put that part in there.
He finally stand the fuck up. He finally said, "You fat bastard."
See what I mean?
Jason Whitlock. He finally had enough. I love it.
I know you love it. You love drama. I keep telling you, you love drama.
No.
This show too much fun, man. This is too much fun. You crack me up. Man.
Listen, put in the comments if y'all believe Ron loves drama. Now, we got some fans here that's loyal. Now, put in the comments if y'all believe Ron loves drama or not. All right, you love drama.
In the comments if you love for Ron to stand up for people.
Yeah.
Put that in the comments.
Oh, I'm cracking up. Oh man.
My last certified player is the Houston motherfucking Texans just beat the Browns 45-14. Make that make sense, Dennis?
Yeah. Well,
Make
honestly, that's the Joe Flacco we've been waiting for. He could have did this shit during the season.
make,
But Buck Flair told me that he ain't play nobody, and I think Buck Flair was right.
make that make sense. Anybody. 45 points. 45 points.
Hey, they said you love drama, Ryan.
They just kissing my black ass.
See, more drama. See what I mean? More drama.
Now you're trying to spark something with the comment section now too. Damn,
right. More drama.
they gonna have you on the View. By the
Look,
end of the
look.
week,
There's a
bro.
lot of people. Look, love drama. Look at you. That's what I'm saying, man. Look, Ryan does like drama. What I'm trying to tell you is that you love that drama.
But I gotta give Houston and their props for what they did this year with a rookie quarterback and a rookie head coach.
And they both black. Martin Luther King Day. Fight the power.
But them my last certified players.
All right. What you got over there, Rich? Who you got for certified?
I mean, I gotta go with a couple of the same people. I'm definitely going CJ Stroud. I mean, my man showed up. I mean, with all the pressure on him all year, taking a team like Houston that wasn't doing nothing and then turning them into this team that we're looking at right now. I mean, do they get beyond Baltimore? I don't think so. But I do like me some Stroud. I mean, listen, it's possible. I mean, with the way he just played last week, and people forget they dropped so far down the seeding because he was out for a little while. My man CJ wasn't even playing the whole year, and they're without Tank Dell for a while. I mean, this team has been resilient all year, so I got to show some love to him. So CJ Stroud's definitely in there, and of course, I got to give some love to my man Jason Kelsey no matter what. I mean, regardless of what happened last night, that man's been a baller, 6-time first-team All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler, guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famer most likely when he retires. Got to give some love to both of them guys. And if I had to go with somebody on defense, I can't even think of one right now, man. All I got to think about is anybody that played defense in Green Bay.
Dang.
Hey, yeah, I feel you on that. Y'all are right. Jason Kelsey, Jason Kelsey, you are truly going to be missed. I've said this earlier before the show, and I'm gonna say it now. You probably are the greatest Philadelphia Eagles player we've ever had. I know a lot of people are gonna look at me like, "How you gonna say that over Reggie White or Brian Dawkins?" Well, Reggie White and Brian Dawkins, they did really good. They did very good, and they are Hall of Famers. But I think that Jason Kelsey is going to go down as probably, in my eyes, over top of both of them. Now, I'll get some backlash for that and all that, but it is what it is. I'll get some backlash for it, but it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. Another certified player, man. I got to give it to Romeo Doubs.
Yeah,
man, was I talking shit about Romeo Doubs this year? People was telling me, man, Romeo Doubs is a guaranteed fantasy pick and all that. Man, he'll get his ass out of here. I'm like, damn about no damn Romeo Doubs. Romeo Doubs came to motherfucking play, baby. He ain't dropped shit. You hear me? He ain't dropped nothing. Give it up to him. I'm gonna give it to Jair Alexander because I talk shit about Jair a lot. Because I always said that Jair be dodging the smoke. I always said that because ever since that first game when not this year, but last year, first game of the season, Minnesota played the Green Bay Packers, and Jair wasn't sticking Jay Jettis. Jay Jettis went off almost 200 yards or maybe 200 plus. I saw he just been dodging the smoke. Fuck out of here. Y'all keep ranking him number one corner. Listen, I ain't saying you the number one corner in the National Football League, but goddamn it, you showed up when it was time. You put the goddamn seatbelt on, all right? Yes, you put that goddamn seatbelt on, goddamn it. Now
especially if they're rolling your ankle.
You know what?
Questionable. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And I heard you're gonna be a free agent, so we got a jersey for you. You just can't wear number 24. Number 24 in Philadelphia is fucking retired. Nobody is allowed to wear
23. He's 23.
He's 23. We got a 23 somewhere. Look, come over here and put that goddamn seatbelt on.
Once again, Dennis, y'all don't need all that good shit. Fuck that.
Don't worry about what we be doing, man. Howie Roseman get it done.
How are you going to give him some kind of like a front-loaded deal?
Howie Roseman gets it done. All right, that's all that matters.
He might pay that man.
Hey, Patrice. I'm glad you. I'm glad. Hold on. Hey, Patrice. I'm glad you warmed that seat up over there for me in Cancun, baby. I understand. You just was hating on motherfucking Eagles a little bit too goddamn much. You see what happened? If you worry more about your team, they would do better for you. Just know that, all right? God damn. Here go Dre's in the house. What's going on, Dre? All right, well. And another certified, I guess I gotta give it to Jordan Love. Jordan Love.
Who? Say that one more
Jordan,
time.
I gotta give it to Jordan Love. I did not expect this out of Jordan Love. I was mad at Jordan Love when they lost to Denver because the Green Bay Packers got me kicked out the survival pool as I picked Green Bay to beat Denver and they lost. And I said, man, fuck Green Bay. I said it for like at least a good 4 weeks. But then after that, I started watching Jordan Love and I was like, yo, this bull can actually make some throws. But the shit that he did this goddamn weekend, shit. Him and Aaron Jones. Shit.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones got a personal thing because he's from Texas, so it's personal with him.
Let me ask y'all.
I forgot him on my certified player list too, and somebody just said it in the comment. I was like, damn, I did forget Aaron Jones. That's my bad. I didn't mean to sleep on him.
Let me ask y'all, what Dallas defense, what top 5, what top 2, what?
They were top 5.
No. Let's get this right, Ryan. Their offense was ranked number 1.
Yep.
Their defense was ranked number 5.
I believe
I don't want nobody to sugar.
Well.
I don't want to hear no sugar coating and nothing on this shit. All right, I don't hear no sugar coat. Offense ranked number 1, defense ranked number 5. And in all honesty, they only put up 16 points. But I let them get to 32 there. They only put up 16 points. Okay. You know the number 5 defense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And Green Bay didn't punt the fucking ball.
Not to mention, though, they're also top 5 in special teams. I mean, like they didn't do nothing anywhere. I mean, there was no return game. There was nothing. Nothing.
Hold on, Ryan. Ain't lost the game at home.
Nope. In 16 straight.
16 straight. Ain't lost the game at home.
Nope.
So my.
I guess they gotta play Philly for them to win something.
Well,
cool.
And what's funny is Dak only had 3 picks at home all season in Dallas. He threw 2 in one night. He almost tied his entire season math right there. I mean, that's crazy.
I gotta give Dak his credit. He did make second team All Pro, and Dakota Prescott did say he wasn't gonna throw 10 interceptions this season, and he didn't throw 10 interceptions this season.
But how many he threw in that game?
He threw 2. And they were both pick sixes. Him and Joe Flacco had something in common. They both threw 2.
He didn't throw 2 picks, but it would have been. But he got.
That's right. The Jair one was a roll up. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
one's bad enough. One's bad enough. I'm tripping.
Sad.
It's sad. It's sad, but shit happens, man.
But I love it. All these
it ain't just Bradley Fletcher and Nambi Osawa, man. It goes back deep. We talking about Darnell Autry, which a lot of y'all probably don't know who the fuck that is. We talking Ryan Matthews, Jordan. What was the running back name? Jordan
Howard. You got James Bradbury, who fell apart this year.
They just been pitching on him, boy.
He got bullied, bro. He got bullied all year, man.
He just beat like, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder should have seen that beat down coming. that was.
I'm looking up all Eagles players that wear number 24. There's a lot of dudes on here that were no good. A lot of dudes.
We are abandoning number 24.
Dan Quinn blew that game to get a head start.
On Seattle.
I don't know about that.
He has New England receivers look like when Brady won the Super Bowls. First one Super Bowls. They had a good defense too, which I don't hear y'all praising y'all defensive coordinator. I don't hear y'all praising y'all defensive. I'm talking about Green Bay. I ain't hear none of them praise their defensive coordinator.
Wait a minute. Well, I heard all year this man was
fired.
He was garbage juice.
I don't hear them praising though.
They said this man was trash.
All I'm saying.
That's because Green Bay came off to a slow start. I mean, they were telling everybody the whole team was trash. And I do a pick'em show with these guys where we just kind of pick the winners of the week. And I kept saying Green Bay's defense ain't nothing to scoff at, man. Like that, like they're gonna get listen, they got a new coordinator in there, they're still trying to figure things out. That defense can get hot, and when it does, it's hot quick. So don't sleep on them, man. And
Not
look,
like fish grease, boy. Whew.
and listen, it don't matter what happened in the regular season. This is postseason, man. Everybody's 0-0. So that defense showed up right off the bat first week. They're going to play San Fran and see what they can keep up with, man. I mean, I'll tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of good games here in this next round where there could be some upsets. There's a lot of storylines right now. A lot of storylines.
Well, with that being said, Rich, let's get to the nitty gritty on why we here and what's going on. Talk to me, man. Talk to me about these Philadelphia Eagles, Rich. I'm gonna let you go ahead. Talk to me about these Philadelphia Eagles, Rich.
I mean, where do you begin when everything's falling apart, right? So, I mean, first things first, and I know me and Dennis talked about this, and there's a lot of stuff I'm sure you're seeing too, Dennis, which is fire Sirianni. That's not the problem. Like that right off the bat is not the problem. We ain't firing Sirianni. I mean, who do you bring in? I mean, that's the number one question. So, for me, the major changes that have to be made is coordinator. You know, Brian Johnson, he was a great QB coach. He ain't meant to be an OC. My man can't play call to save his life. Gotta go. D coordinators, both of them. Desai, Patricia, I don't care. They all got to go. All of them got to go too. I mean, really, we got to rebrand the team is what we're doing. That's really and it's funny because Don said it before the show started, which was Philly's always been known as a defensive, physical team. We lost our brand. I mean, that's what we did. We lost our brand. We got away from what we're used to. And as fans, we can't accept that, right? So a lot of changes got to happen. We're losing a bunch of Hall of Fame caliber players and Eagles Hall of Famers for sure. I mean, you got to make changes at coordinator. You got to get the play calling corrected. You got to get that defense fixed, and you got to switch. I don't think a 3-4 is going to fix it either. I don't know, man. They got to get some. They got to do something. I mean, they just got to change that whole offense and the whole defensive structure because there's all the talent in the world. I believe the talent is still there. We got great draft capital this year, but we got to fix this, man. We got to fix this. Yes, he did. Yeah, he did do over 10. That's right. Yeah, he had 9. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, we got a lot to fix, man. A lot to fix. A lot of injuries.
I really and Rich, I was saying this to you earlier, and I'm gonna say it again. We need a defensive coordinator. I like Wink Martindale. I like him a lot because he blitzes and he lives and dies by the blitz, and that's kind of what we grew up on with Jimmy Johnson. I know it's gonna be some people out here like, yeah, but Jimmy Johnson used to give up big plays, and we would get beat by people. We would die on that blitz sometimes. Well, shit, we dying without the blitz right now. So I'll take the blitz. I'll down the blitz, and at least we fucked up a couple quarterbacks, so they were scared to play us. So I'll take those chances. All right, these people were scared to play us, and we knew how to strategize and get things right. Instead of us just looking lost out there. Like, we actually look lost. Motherfuckers catch the ball, big 3 shakes. We ain't completing tackles. We not. It's just, it looked bad on defense. Once you get past our defensive line, it's just open season. Do what you do. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Man. I don't like it. But offensively, somebody's got to get in there with a different offensive scheme. And get us some hot routes going, and not a wide receiver screen. Oh my gosh! Everybody can see that shit coming.
It's not even that. It's not even that. Can you explain to me why most of our screens at the end of the year were to Dallas Goedert and Julio Jones, the 2 slowest men on the offense? It's not even like you're using. It's not like you're using Smitty. You're not using AJ. You're not using Kez. You're not using Swift. You're running screens with Julio, bro. My man's like 35 years old. Then when you don't throw it to him, you got Goddard on the screen. Goddard's a great tight end, but he ain't meant to be running screen plays, man. You got to be kidding me, bro. The slowest men on your offense, and you give them the screen. Come on.
Let me ask y'all this. Do you think Bill Belichick fits y'all whole team?
No.
Nope.
Why?
I don't want him here.
Why?
Bill Belichick has a big control issue, and I don't think that Howie Roseman is ready to relinquish control.
But
I think Howie Roseman. Hold on, let me break it down to you in Philly. I think Howie Roseman needs a guy that's going to go in there, be a head coach, and listen to what he says and be a puppet. And that's why I kind of realized why they hired Nick Sirianni at first, because I said, ain't no way you don't hire Deuce Staley.
Yeah.
There's no way you don't hire Deuce Staley. That's what I just said in my head. Like, there's no way you don't hire Deuce Staley. And a lot of people want to say, maybe y'all should go at the Mike Vrabel. That might be a case. I'm not saying it's not. That might be a case.
He wants a head coaching gig, though. I don't know if he's going to settle at this point
Right.
to play DC. He can still coach.
Right. I don't know where he settled as that. I think somebody want to give that man a head coaching spot.
Yeah.
I believe so, too.
Vrabel had a struggling offense all year. I mean, everybody's hating on Mike Vrabel right now, but I mean, that man did the best he could with what he had, and that offense was bad. I mean, they were just bad across the board. I mean, injuries nonstop, quarterback play was inconsistent, also injuries back there. I mean, they just couldn't get a roll to save their lives. I don't blame Vrabel for that.
Lineman, hey.
Yeah.
So it would tell.
He might go to New England. No, I know they got somebody already lined up, but
no, they got Gerard Mayo. He already got the job.
He should have went to New England though. Mike Vrabel should have went back home. Is what they should have did. They should have brought him back.
No, Gerard Mayo and the owner, Gerard Mayo and the owner are like really tight. Like they're real tight.
Yeah.
And
I forgot that I saw that.
Yeah, like he because he got what is the owner's name? Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft has a thing for Air Force One sneakers, and I think Gerard Mayo had got him like a special pair for his birthday or something like that. It was really cool. Like they're really tight. But I think Gerard Mayo's it's about time. But shit, hell, we got an ex linebacker went back to his old team, took his team to the playoffs, and ended up beating fucking the Browns, and now it's in the second round. Shit.
I don't want no Pete Carroll either.
I wouldn't have a problem with Pete.
I'm not a big fan of Pete. I don't know. I never liked Pete.
I wouldn't have a problem with Pete. But
I mean, Pete's a part of the worst play call in Super Bowl history, in my opinion. And to this day, that is the worst play call in NFL history in the Super Bowl.
Let's not get Pete. Let's not get Pete. Never mind. You might be right.
He gonna pull the same shit we saw last night. Throw the ball on 3rd and 2, and we got the touchdown right there.
Okay, tell me this: y'all trying to fix y'all defense or offense?
Both. Both.
Well, the only person to do that is Bill Belichick.
Nah, we gotta fix the defense, and we need to get an offensive coordinator, somebody that's familiar with Jalen, because at this point, he can't keep going through different offensive coordinators, It just can't keep happening like that, or you're gonna ruin a young man's career. You got to get him somebody that's familiar. So I just get him somebody that's familiar there and run play and start getting him some plays that he's comfortable with, and everything don't have to be out of shotgun. We could be under center.
Now, I want your opinion. Now, I said this before. I'm not just saying it for one reason, but offensive coordinator, tell me you wouldn't mind seeing Frank Reich come back. I'd be okay with that. I'd be cool with Frank Reich playing OC.
I would be very good with Frank Reich.
Terrible.
As a matter of fact, Frank Reich and Nick Sirianni are actually cool, so this shit should actually work. In all honesty, this shit should work.
And then, I mean, as far as I think Sirianni stays as head coach. Maybe you bring in a familiar face, somebody that Jalen got to know in his early years in Philadelphia when he was kind of catching up to pace of the NFL. He was working with Frank Reich all the time. You don't even got to fire Brian Johnson. Let him go QB coach. Let him go back to what he was doing. Let him do him. Ain't nobody gonna hire him right now. By the way, Brian Johnson, he ain't getting hired by nobody.
I actually want the Carolina Panthers to hire him. I'm not lying to you.
I just don't see it happening. But I'm saying, like, he was good as a QB coach. Go back there, put Frank right back at OC, and then again, explore defensive coordinator a little bit. There's plenty of guys out there that can definitely prove themselves and play that role. But I mean, that's my ideal situation. Yeah, not a bad idea either.
It seems like y'all don't got that attitude no more.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, we'll get it back. Yep. Like a lot of people were talking about what happened to the Eagles this season. What happened there? Why y'all look bad? What's your thoughts on it? Here's my thoughts. When we lost that Super Bowl, what's the first thing they always say? Oh, you're gonna have a Super Bowl hangover. So we knew that was coming. Then the schedule came out. You got the hardest schedule in the NFL. You ain't got the second hardest schedule. You ain't got the third. You have the hardest schedule in the NFL. Nobody got it worse than you. All right. So you got the Super Bowl hangover and the hardest schedule in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of people, a lot of Buffalo fans like to take claim. Like, yeah, after that Buffalo game, y'all was never the same. Was it the Buffalo game that we was never the same on? But I know y'all want to hang y'all hat on that because that's what y'all like to hang your hat. It wasn't the Buffalo game. It was the 49ers. The 49ers told us y'all only beat us because y'all took our quarterback out. And if we see y'all again at y'all home, we going to bust y'all ass. And what they do, they seen us again at our home, ate our food, had sex with our wives, and then walked out the door like I'll be back next time and I'm going to do the same shit and you ain't going to do nothing about it. Bitch! That's what they did, all right? That's exactly what they did.
You know what the other problem
And
is?
and as a grown man, you ain't going to ever recover from that.
Nope.
And that's exactly what happened.
But the other problem, too,
It got nothing to do with no fucking Buffalo Bills. Now, maybe the Jets can say that because they actually beat us. But Buffalo didn't beat us. So how you going to take claim to some shit you ain't do? You ain't beat us. You ain't going to beat us. It don't matter who the fuck is our quarterback. You ain't got the right to beat us. We play y'all at y'all house. We play at our house. We play y'all with one coach. We play y'all with a different coach. Y'all ain't going to fucking beat us. All right? And until then, shut the fuck up. The fuck? I don't fuck about Buffalo.
But the other problem is not only was it the hardest schedule in football, but they backloaded the entire thing right before the playoff stretch as well, too. So there wasn't even a chance to recover from any losses along the way. Like, for example, Dallas got a couple freebies in there where they play one good team, they take two soft-ass teams in a row, they come back and play a hard team again. They got time to recoup. The problem with us was it was hard team, and injuries happen along the way. It's not an excuse. It's just you backloaded the schedule.
No, I don't have no excuses. We got our ass whooped.
That's why I said it's not an excuse.
But y'all no excuse. I just want to let everybody know that there's no excuses here. No. We got our ass whooped and we deserved it. But everybody kept saying, hey, once y'all get past Dallas, the back half of your schedule is easy. I didn't see that when I first saw the schedule when it came out in May. Nope. When I seen the schedule in May, I said, we have a problem beating Seattle. Yep. Carolina always plays the best against us. And when we play the Giants, tells us who the fuck we are in the season. I say that every year, Ryan, don't I? Every time we play the Giants, I find out who we are as a fucking team that season. Yep. If you think I'm joking, the year we won the Super Bowl, we up on the Giants 21-0. Mm-hmm. And the third quarter, within 5 minutes, them bitches came back. It was 21-21. I said, what the fuck? We had to win that game with a 61-yard field goal by Jake Elliott.
Rookie at the time, by the way. Rookie
at the time, Jake Elliott. That's how we won that game.
And I think his longest field goal prior to that 61-yarder was like 37 yards or whatever it was. It was like some little kick through. I mean, that man had to come out and get tested night number 1. Like his first ever game, he got tested. That's why he's a legend. That's why he's a legend in Philly.
He's a legend. And it's crazy because they say he could do anything. Like it's funny the stories you hear about Jake Elliott. They'd be like, yeah, we had Jake Elliott going golfing, and we just knew he wasn't going to be that good. He's the best fucking golfer on the team. Oh, yeah, we went bowling. Yeah, we lost to Jake Elliott. He's the best bowler on the fucking team. Like everything. They just try to, they just can't beat him. He's just good at everything.
But what else is funny about it, too, though, when you look at the whole Jake Elliott thing is he was not supposed to be anything when he came in. He was some nobody dude, was supposed to fill a role for a short period of time. And that man has been a baller ever since. I mean, has been a baller. He has, and in case you guys didn't notice in the comments section, Jake Elliott, I believe it's over 54 yards or 55 yards, has the greatest field goal percentage after above 55 yards in NFL history. Above 55 yards in NFL history. He is the most accurate kicker in NFL history after 55 yards. Now, Tucker is the obvious overall, but he is number 1 in kicking accuracy.
But I got to put my boy up there, Young Ho, too. But
yeah, he's solid. No, he's solid too. Well, I think he passed Justin Tucker for the career percentage or whatever. But obviously, it's still early. But still, I mean, he got a lot of potential.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys got one indoors that he looked like he could hit from 70 indoors. No bullshit.
San Fran got one too in Moody. Moody looks solid too. I mean, Moody's not a pushover.
Moody looks good too.
It was a bunch of kickers this year that showed up. I mean, it's been a kicking year. There's been a lot of field goals this year by a bunch of guys you ain't never heard of. I mean, Brandon Aubrey for Dallas was it like what, the USFL or the XFL, whatever it was.
This motherfucker. He needs to be tested.
Same thing with Turpin. Turpin was a USFL guy, and that boy's nasty too.
Now look. I'm glad you said that because I told the Dallas Cowboy fan about him.
Yep.
And I said, I asked him, I said, do you watch preseason? He said, no, man, no. I don't watch motherfucking preseason. That
I watch
don't matter
preseason
to
all the
me.
time. I
He
watch it
said,
all the
that
time.
don't
I
matter
love
to me.
preseason.
I said, well, y'all got a boy over there named Turpin. He gonna be nice. Well, I got to see him.
They do got to show up past preseason, though. I give them that. They do got to show up past preseason.
Now, this boy showed up and been showing out all year.
Well, he was the
Yeah.
MVP of the USFL the year they picked him up. So I mean,
Right.
it wasn't like he was an average run of the mill USFL guy. I mean, he won the MVP that season.
Right.
So
MVP.
yeah. Now obviously there's not as much talent in that league, but it don't matter. MVP is MVP, man. There's some talent. A lot of these guys did play pro ball at some point. So I mean, kudos. They just don't use him a lot. I mean, they use him for like, kick returns and punt returns, whatever. But I think that man could actually be a problem somewhere. You put him somewhere to make him a second guy. I mean, he could be a solid. He's quick.
I'd take him in Atlanta. Shoot.
Yeah. Bro, you already got 2 running backs. How many y'all need?
Hey,
you got Tyler Algier. You got Bijan. He goes, I want Turpin too.
Yeah.
Y'all underutilized Bijan as it was.
Wait a minute. That man not here no more. We fired that man at 12 o'clock. The last.
I'm just saying, I love Bijan coming out of Tech, and y'all underuse him. I felt like he was on my fantasy team. I was mad as hell. I was like, yo, where the hell is he at?
Dennis, what I say about Arthur Smith this year?
Oh, he bad.
I said the man was trash.
Yeah, he was trash.
Right.
Yeah. And every week I like this motherfucker do some of the stupidest shit ever. How you gonna do a trick play at the first goal line? At the goal line, a trick play. How about
things be fucked up, Ryan? I'm not gonna lie. There'll be a lot of things that just be fucked up.
But thank y'all he not with us no more. So
yeah, y'all looking for a new coach, so y'all might get a Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's funny.
What you were saying, Rich?
No, my audio fucked up. My bad. No, I was saying it's funny. One of my boys, I'm streaming this to my page right now, and one of my boys, he's a big Atlanta fan. He said, we definitely do not want Turpin with like 7 exclamation points. So I think you might be alone in Atlanta hoping for Turpin. I don't think nobody else wants him.
Hey, I will be there, but tell your boy holler at me on Facebook.
And then my other boy just said Turpin is Tavon Austin.
I like the Tavon Austin.
I liked him in college, but I mean, it's a shame he never worked out once he came in.
Yeah, and then it was sad the way we ended. I don't see us firing Nick Sirianni because y'all just like, we'll fire Nick Sirianni. Like we just gonna get a good coach right after that. Like I don't think good coaches just jump out of anywhere. Like I don't believe that. I believe we stick with Nick Sirianni. He had a bad year. Let's see his rebound. He had a good year. Now he had a bad year. Let's see his rebound. Let's see where he goes from there. I want that guy that came out and talked about something. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I want that guy. I want the guy that come out screaming in Kansas City. I don't hear y'all talking no more. I want that guy. I want that T-shirt wearing motherfucker. I want that guy.
No,
that's what I want. I want Sirianni, and I want Sirianni from South Philly. That's who I want. I didn't like this guy when he got drafted, when he got hired. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't like this guy when he got hired. I didn't like Sirianni. Wasn't a Sirianni fan, but he started to grow on me. Out of his first year, he really didn't grow on me his first year. And then he started talking about that we got to be a flower shit, and I wasn't with none of that. But now, you know what? I'm with his T-shirt wearing ass. I'm starting to understand it. I'm starting to get it. But I don't see them fucking T-shirts no more. I don't see that guy. Like he lost that. He just lost that swag. He got to get back to wearing them goddamn T-shirts.
He said too cold for that shit now.
Nah, man, fuck that. Put a hoodie on. Put a hoodie on.
He lost all of his energy too. I mean, that man was on the sideline, like flapping his wings. I mean, he was
flapping his wings. He was doing this. When he was doing that shit right here, I love that shit when he do that shit. When he did that shit right here, he was looking at the camera.
The last 6 weeks, you never saw it. But you stopped seeing that 7-8 weeks ago. It just stopped. Like it just out of nowhere, he just stopped doing it. That energy just died. And I mean, the one thing I was going to ask you too, like one of my boys was just saying on here, he gives Nick one more year. I mean, do you agree with that? One last year to see what he does? I mean, what does he have to do next year to keep him around?
That's a good question. I think one thing, our schedule is going to be middle of the pack. So and then everybody ain't gonna be hunting for us this year, so we ain't gotta worry
Yep.
about that either.
Yeah.
We just got to, as long as we stay healthy and the offense is clicking and he gets him a good defense going, I can see big things happening. That's all I'm gonna say. Big things happen. That's all I'm gonna say. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I want him to win the division because you don't have to win the division to win the Super Bowl. So I'm
Nope.
not gonna say that.
Nope.
I would just say he got to get to the second round of playoffs.
Yep.
He can't be one and done. That's what I'll say.
And it has to be a respectable loss too. I mean, he can't go in there and get whooped. I mean, if we're gonna lose in the divisional round, so yeah, I agree. He has to win at least one playoff game next year. And if we're gonna lose in that divisional round, it can't be like last night. It's gonna have to be a respectable loss. If he gets blown out, Lowry's gonna be like, all right, man, this is 2 years in a row where you got trashed in the playoffs. We
And he
can't
can't.
have it
Hey,
in Philly.
he can't have an ending like he had this year. He can't do that shit again. No, he
What?
can't do that shit again because everybody gonna be looking at him like, oh no, you ended this season like you did last season. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you just known for starting off hot. Like, that's how motherfuckers gonna start looking at it. And that's
Like
gonna be the
the
thing. So
Dolphins?
I'm just gonna say that's what he's gonna have to do.
Mm.
I just think everybody's too quick to fire coaches every day. I mean, that's just what it feels. I mean, if you think about it, look at Tomlin in Pittsburgh. They haven't done nothing in like 12 years. It's been a long time since they've been.
And I don't even and now that you say that, I don't even understand why they say that. But go ahead, Rich. Go ahead.
No, but I was going to say, I mean, part of the thing is, though, and obviously it's not working out in that scenario, but you got to give somebody some longevity to see what he can actually accomplish over time. Like in Philly, we're so quick to cut you off, right? Like Andy Reid, dominant for over a decade. And then we're like, all right, you know what? You're trash. He goes to KC, is dominant again, right? It wasn't that he lost his talent. He didn't have a chance to recoup the team. We lost a lot of weapons during that time frame. So we had a bad year, but it wasn't like Andy was the reason. We just had a bad year. We had no talent. Same thing with Doug Peterson. You said it a little bit ago. You didn't agree with firing him. Either did I. I mean, he had just won a Super Bowl 2 years before. He is the first coach in NFL history to be fired within 3 seasons of winning a Super Bowl. The only one in NFL history. I mean, you can't do that. Give that man a chance to rebound.
How long will you say you the GM?
Yeah.
How long will you give a head coach?
I think that depends. I mean, you have to be building, right? Like you have to prove to me year in and year out that there's some kind of a change that's getting better, right? Like that's my thing. Like he just said, if we lose in the wild card again next year, that makes me nervous as a GM, right? Like my job is to make sure I'm giving you players to win with. I think I'm doing that, but you got to show me that you're able to take what I give you and progress. Now, if he regresses and we miss the playoffs, or if he makes it right back to the same spot and loses again, that's trouble. But in order for me to keep you around, I'll give you a couple of seasons as long as you are winning me football games. As long as you prove to me year in and year out you're doing something to better the franchise, I'll keep you. Otherwise, that's when you got to cut that cord, is when you're staying flat, like Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. Flat. They flatline every year. They do the same thing every year. They start off great and they end terrible, or they start bad and they end great, and no matter what, it ends the same way. They end up losing it right at the end. I don't want that. I don't want to fall flatline.
Dennis, how long will you give a head coach in Philly?
I give him 4 years.
Just 4?
Yeah, I give him 4 years. See what he do.
It just has to depend. Yeah, I mean, I think it just depends. I mean, obviously, if he comes in here and goes 8 and 9, then 1 year.
Right.
Because we didn't. I'm just thinking about with Andy Reid. When Andy Reid first came, we looked nice. We looked nice the first year, but the second year we went off booming, and we couldn't get past the Giants for like 2 years, and then we got past the Giants, and then we couldn't get past the NFC Championship game for 3 years.
Is that what the super team?
Huh?
Is that what the super team?
No, this before the super team was ever even thought of.
Yeah.
And then we went to three straight NFC Championship games. We lost to the Rams, we lost to the Panthers, and we lost to Tampa Bay. And losing to Tampa Bay was terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you. Losing to Tampa Bay was terrible. But actually, I said it the wrong way around. We lost to the Rams at the Rams' house. We lost to Tampa Bay at home, and we owned Tampa Bay at the time. And then we lost to the Panthers at home.
Yep.
And then after that, we went and got T.O. And when we got T.O., he took us to that level that we need to be at, right to the Super Bowl.
But then we had a bit of a skid. I believe we went 6-10 the next season after that. I mean, we kind of fell apart a little bit.
And
But T.O.
we
was gone.
got rid of T.O. And that's why I said
Gab
I was
got hurt.
nervous about. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was nervous about all that, Rich, because I was like, hope AJ Brown will start his shit, and during the season this year, it looked like he was starting to do some shit, and I was like, oh man, come on.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think he was hurt bad enough to be out of that game. I think that was personal. I mean, he wasn't on the sideline. They didn't show him one time. I mean, if he's hurt and he's a part of the team, you know he's gonna be on the sideline. I did not see that man flash up on camera a single time. He erased all the Eagles stuff off his Twitter. But he erased everything off his Twitter. Then you don't show up on top of that to support your boys. I know you might be hurt, but usually you show up in the playoffs whether you're hurt or you're playing. And he was nowhere to be found. That tells me this offseason is going to be a little chaotic for Howie when it comes to AJ. There's going to be a lot of things we're going to hear about over the next couple of weeks, maybe the next month, about what is going on with AJ. And I just don't know if he's going to be an Eagle next year. I think it's going to take a lot of conversation.
That's what I was going to ask y'all. Do you think he would be with y'all next year?
I didn't think he was going to be with us at all either. And I wasn't that mad at it because I said we just going to pay Devontae and we was going to keep it rolling. That's what I said.
Yeah. I mean, we have to bring somebody in, though. I mean, without a doubt. I mean, Julio's done, obviously.
Wait a minute. Y'all got Dennis homie, Julio Jones.
I hope he stays for another year. I hope he stays for another year. I'd like to have him for another year.
Yeah, I would love to have him again. I mean, I thought so.
100%. I'll keep Julio. I'll keep what's the linebacker we got?
You talking about are you talking about
Shaq Leonard?
Shaq Leonard from the Indy, from Indy, yeah. We underutilized him too.
Right, I'll take Shaq Leonard. I'll take what's my other man name? Byard. I'll take all of them back for another season. I bring them all back, and hopefully they got a full off season with us. So now they can
I hope they bring Zach Cunningham back, the linebacker. I thought he was pretty solid. I mean, at least have him in that rotation. He led the team in tackles in most of the games he played. I mean, he looked a little off last night. But again, if you give him a decent linebacker core, you make him a rotational piece. I like him. I think he can be a solid player as far as a rotation guy. I mean, there's not that many guys I want back. I mean, I saw the free agent list. There ain't that many I'm worried about. And if you trade AJ, you're lowering a lot of that cap. I mean, he's a huge part of that cap right now. I mean, I'm all about trading AJ if we have to.
But that the problem, who will take a wide receiver becoming a diva?
That's too many of them now, man. You got a lot of them. I mean, AJ, you had T.O., Ocho, and now you even got George Pickens in Pittsburgh.
Right. Then you got the dude with the Bills, the wide receiver.
You talking about Stephon?
Yeah. All the wide receivers becoming divas. Who want to take a chance with
Nobody.
that?
Nobody.
Right. So
they always make you look dumb in the end. They always make you look dumb. They always do. Look, Ocho didn't go to New England. Terrible idea. Him and Tom Brady were fighting. You look at T.O., no matter where he went, he was fighting. I mean, again, you talk about all of these guys right now, and it's like, man, look, AJ wasn't happy in Tennessee. We bring him to Philly. We give him the best year of his career last year. He still had a dominant year this year. He was never no top 3 receiver in the NFL when he played in Tennessee. The last 2 years, that man got nothing but respect on his name, playing with his best friend, and you still ain't happy. When are you going to be happy? I mean, what, you need 1,900 yards a season? Like, what do you need to be happy? That's what I want to know.
So that the problem, y'all got if y'all a GM, y'all got to call him to the front office, be like, look, we gave you everything you asked for. We gave you a contract. We gave you this many yards, and you still not happy. What the fuck wrong with you? What do you want?
No, it ain't that. I think he just, he wanted to get back to the Super Bowl.
You can't get to the Super Bowl every year if you're not playing like it.
Not only that, but half the teams right now. Let's say the Super Bowl favorite teams. Everybody's been talking about San Fran and Baltimore. I mean, maybe Baltimore, but nobody there really needs you. They got weapons on their own. They don't need you. So okay, fine, you go there. Okay, well, they're not going to take you. They're not going to pay you that kind of money that you want to go play on those teams.
Right.
And let's say you go to Houston or whatever it is. They already got young studs over there. They don't want you on that team. They don't have any divas. Tank Dell, solid dude. I mean, they don't need you there. So the question is, where else are you going to go outside of Philadelphia to make you a Super Bowl caliber player that's going to pay you that kind of money? That's the question. Right. If you want to take a massive pay cut, anybody will take you. But with your kind of salary, no way.
Let's just say he goes in the league.
I don't think he's going to KC though. I mean, they ain't gonna pay him that kind of money. They're already capped out. I mean, they already pay a lot of dues.
But what they big problem is wide receiver.
I just don't see it though. Not again. It's all going to come down to his contract. That's always the problem. I mean, that's the thing. Like we could talk about trading whoever we want, right? Oh well, Russell Wilson's easy to trade for. Not really when you look at the contract, right? So that's the thing. We're not just talking about the player and what he's able to do and the risk. It's also is the risk and the pay and what you're going to get worth it. And if you're Tampa Bay, you're winning without that kind of a player. You don't necessarily need it. It might make you better. It might take you up a notch, but you don't need it, and you're not going to pay over that kind of money to bring him in there when you already got something working. You got a great chemistry. There's no drama in your locker room. Why would you want to pay that kind of money to purposely cause an issue in the locker room? Ain't nobody going to do that. Nobody's going to do that.
I got
you. But then again, in Howie, I trust. If anybody can trade that man, it's going to be Howie.
That's why I said it is what it is. I ain't worried about it. But Ryan, let's get to these questions, Ryan.
Yep.
My first question, and we hit on it a little bit. Do the Dallas Cowboys need a fresh start? Dennis.
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys need a fresh start. Yeah.
That means everybody got the job or just the head coaches?
I'm gonna say Dakota Prescott got to go. Dan Quinn got to go, and I think Mike McCarthy gonna have to go.
Okay, Rich, what do you think?
I'm on the same page. I mean, Dan Quinn's solid as a D coordinator. He obviously knows what he's doing. I think I agree with him. I got to say the same thing. Mike McCarthy got to go. You got to bring somebody new in there. And then on top of that, you got to get rid of Dak Prescott, man. He's just, again, like how many times you going to keep doing the same thing over and over again before you say, you know what? This ain't right. I mean, because again, without those interceptions that he throws early in that game, that's a whole different ball game, honestly. I mean, you throw an interception inside your own 20-yard line, you throw a pick six, you basically gave away 14 points right off the rip.
Right there.
I mean, so you put your defense in a losing situation, not to mention your number one offense couldn't even stay on the field. So the problem was that Packers defense was rested and yours was beat. Y'all were chasing after Aaron Jones for 45 minutes, it felt like. So McCarthy and Dak Prescott, that got to be the change. Y'all got to bring somebody else in there. Those are the two major guys. But as far as the whole staff, you got to leave Dan Quinn. I like Dan Quinn there.
All right. So I'm finna come back with this one. If y'all was the GM, who will y'all bring in there? Rich.
That's a difficult question for Dallas because Jerry Jones controls the media and all that. I don't know if he's gonna trust a lot of people.
He's going to hire somebody, and I actually like what he said earlier about how he thought that, Howie Roseman wanted a puppet. I think it's the same thing with Kraft. Kraft is not going to allow some guy to come in there and tell him, I'm sorry, not Kraft, I'm sorry. I'm about to say Jerry Jones. I was thinking Patriots. I was about to say, I was about to bring up Belichick as an obvious no. Yeah. I was going to say, everybody was trying to say, maybe Belichick will go there. He's high status to a high value team. Ain't no way in hell Jerry Jones is dealing with a Bill Belichick. Ain't no way that's going to happen. But I don't know. I don't even know who. I mean, it's going to be some nobody. Look, Jason Garrett came out of nowhere. Nobody saw him being the coach there at first. Nobody saw McCarthy coming at first. But then all of a sudden we started thinking about some things, and it made sense. But it's going to be somebody he's already close with that It's just going to be one of those out of nowhere type of deals. But, yeah, it's not going to be him. It's not going to be Bill. It ain't going to be Smith. It ain't going to be none of these big names. He's going to have somebody else lined up.
Okay. Dennis.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be nobody we thinking of.
All right.
If anybody gets it right, you're going to make some money. Go on FanDuel and guess that. If you get it right, you're going to make some cash. That's going to be a hard
call. You're going to make a lot of money. You better have a crystal ball with you, too. My next question. Name an NBA player that should ask for a trade. Dennis.
I think I don't want to say that.
Say it.
I think Cade Cunningham should ask for a trade.
Woo.
Oh,
and where you think he will be going?
I don't know.
You don't know. So you throwing out a name, but you don't know where he might fit in at.
I like for him to come to Philly, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh,
No.
shit. I should have known that was coming.
We'd have to give up $2 to get him.
Rich, what do you think? Name a NBA player that should ask for a trade.
I've been seeing this on the internet a lot, and I gotta say, I'm not opposed. I mean, for his sake, I mean, for what he's known for, wanting to get the rings, KD would make sense to ask for a trade. To be honest with you, I mean, I don't see the Phoenix Suns doing as well as they should be with him there. I don't think they need him there as much, and I think that he could probably go somewhere else and probably win a chip right away. I like KD, I always did, and I just don't see Phoenix and him winning the championship together. I just don't see it.
Nah, where you think he should go?
Where does KD go? I mean, well, we know KD, and no hate on KD, but he's going to go somewhere to win right away. I mean, that's just where he's going to go. He's not going to no rebuilding franchise. He's not going to no middle of the pack. I mean, I could see a few different spots. The problem I'm trying to think of is I think the same problem for Dennis, I can tell by his face, is who do you give up for him? That's the hard part I'm coming up with. I mean, KD can fit anybody's system. KD can play anywhere, but what teams have enough capital to give up to get KD? That's the question. Like, and to pay that kind of money too. You got to think about the cap space. You got to think about who you're giving up. How many role players are you losing? I don't know, man. The hardest part for me is what do you give up for a guy like KD right now? Somebody's saying down there Orlando. I just don't know if Orlando has any weapons to pick him up. I don't think they're going to win a championship with KD in Orlando.
They don't even be on TV.
No, they ain't gonna play him. Yeah, I know, right? You'll never see KD on televised basketball ever again.
Right. They be on TBS. Come on.
I like to see him with a team like Memphis, though. When Memphis has all their parts there, like John Morant and them guys, you can get a really solid 3 out of having him down there in Memphis. Him, Jaren Jackson, and having John, that'd be a hell of a 3-piece. I'll tell you that right now.
But little Memphis,
John Morant is out for the season too.
Well, I'm saying, I mean, obviously, we're talking about a trade for future status. I mean, I'm just saying, like, that would be a spot that would make sense. You can get rid of some of those role players there that might benefit over there in Phoenix, because Phoenix already has a great lineup. Give up some draft picks, and KD would fit. I mean, having that 3-piece together, maybe KD keeping John Morant quiet, maybe giving some of that veteran leadership could make sense. Might not happen ever, but would make sense.
My next question: how to fix the Miami Dolphins, Dennis?
One thing they got to do to fix the Miami Dolphins, they got to get their defense together. And I just want to know, what are you going to do? Because they keep crumbling late in the season. And I don't understand why they keep crumbling late in the season. This happened to them 2 years straight. Last year they was 8-3. They end up being 9-8 and barely making the playoffs and losing to Buffalo first round. This year just passed, they was 8-3, and I think what they end up being 11-5 at the end. I think it was
something like that. Yeah,
but they could have been 12 and
12-5. I mean, no, not 12-5. It would have been
12-5. So
12-5.
Yeah, 11-6. So they could have been 12-5, and they could have won the division, but they ended up losing the division and having to play a fucking away game when they need to play a home game. So they need to They need to stop being, the winners of September and October and learn how to be better winners of November, December. So then that way in January, people got to come to Miami to play them. And I think they got a better chance at winning.
Let me ask, how long the head coach been there?
I think he's been there 3 years now.
It's either his second or his third year, one of the two.
Yeah, I think 3 years.
So we've been talking about all these coaches that need to get fired. Do y'all think he might be on that list?
No. They like him a lot in Miami. I don't see that happening.
Shit. I like peanut butter and jelly, but sometimes
No, but like I said, I mean, like, and I get where he's coming from too, but you got to see a projection, right? And like as of right now, every year they've gotten better. Now, are they where they need to be? Obviously not. But every year since he's been a coach, they've gotten better and better and better, and that's what you want to see as an ownership group, as a GM, and that's the reason why he's not getting fired. Is he's done too much to prove that the team just gets better every year. So again, if you're projecting that as a GM, right, you're saying, you know what, let's just look this over fully. you're saying, okay, we're a year or two away from having a shot in a Super Bowl. Let's keep him around. Now, again, if he tanks next season and has a bad year where he finishes a 9-8 or an 8-9, he might get canned next year. But I think he's safe for right now. But the biggest thing you got to change, in my opinion, and I've been saying this forever, I'm not a Tua fan. He cannot play in the cold. Guess what? The playoffs and the Super Bowl are played in the cold. He just can't do it. He's never been hit in the cold, man. He plays great during the. Notice how, like he just said, 8-3 2 years in a row in the early season, right? What does that have in common? The weather's nice in that time of year. What do they have in common every time he starts losing games? Gets a little chilly outside. He got to travel a little bit. And one of those in his division, by the way, in the AFC North, AFC East, two of those teams are up in the Northeast where it's snowing and it's freezing up in it's freezing in New England. It's freezing in Buffalo. He ain't built for that division. He's a good quarterback. He can play somewhere. I just don't think that's a division for him. It's too cold for him. He got to go somewhere where he might actually be able to play some ball in warm weather. Just saying.
All right, Dennis.
He was on a 1-year deal, so I already said it. I already said about him.
To me, I would give the Dolphins head coach one more year. But like you just said, Dennis, they got to get another pass rush.
Yeah, they had him, but he like I always say, you know, they everybody want to play these garbage time numbers and try to get their stats up. And he was in the game when the game was over. They was playing against the Jets on Black Friday. The game was over. When he was in the game, I think it was 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and he tore his Achilles. That's what I'm saying. Like the game is over. Sit down. Stop playing late in games. Let them youngsters get in. Let them get that taste of it. They backups for a reason. Let them get in there.
My next question. Do you think the Green Bay Packers will beat the 49ers? Rich.
Everything right. I mean the obvious stuff, right? You got to do the intangibles. You got to make sure you're hitting. I mean, listen, one of the things about San Fran that's so scary is the run after catch ability between Brandon Ayuk, Debo. You know, you got Christian McCaffrey out there. You got to be able to set the edge early. And the number one thing to do to slow Purdy down, you got to slow McCaffrey down. The moment you force Purdy to throw the ball 35, 40 times, they're going to struggle a little bit. Now, if they can become multifaceted, they can run that ball early, and he can just spread the ball wherever he wants. Purdy's going to be trouble because, again, you got guys out there that can ball. So if you're Green Bay, you got to show up with the same defense you had last week. There's no breaks in the playoffs. There's no great week, average week. If that defense shows up the same way as last week, Jordan Love got to stay consistent, go out there, not make any mistakes. Like, I'm not saying he got to throw 4 TDs, but Green Bay has to make sure they do not turn the ball over and give San Fran any extra possessions. Let your defense get rested. So, again, time of possession, no turnovers, and that offense has to be efficient, and the defensive line has to set the edge. Don't let Christian McCaffrey eat on you. He picks up 150 yards, you're in trouble.
Dennis.
He said all the right things. I'm just gonna say, keep playing with that house money, as the Green Bay fans. Keep playing with that house money, baby. Y'all doing what y'all doing. Keep playing with that house money, man. Keep playing with that house money. Try to shock the world, but I listen. It's gonna be shocking to see if they beat the 49ers. That's gonna be shocking. All right. I told the Green Bay fans, and they was like, well, shit, we ain't supposed to be here. I said, no, you can't talk like that because you don't know you could possibly win the Super Bowl this year. Don't let it be that you're the youngest team in the NFL. Don't let none of that shit stop you because this shit is wide open. This shit ain't like super dominant. Like everybody keeps saying, oh, yeah, it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens and the 49ers. That's what everybody think the script going to be. And I just hope for God that one of them two get eliminated so that way everybody can be like, oh, well, they rewrote the script. Get the fuck out of here. Anybody rewrite no fucking script. It ain't no fucking script, man.
Now, I mean, there's a really good chance Green Bay wins this game. Nobody's out. I mean, I think if there was ever a time where you thought, okay, this is a guaranteed win, let's talk 2007 Giants versus Patriots, right? If they can do that, if the Giants can come from the wild card and beat the undefeated Pats, Green Bay obviously has a shot. And I think they actually probably have the best shot to beat San Fran left in the NFC, to be honest with you. I think that defense is the best. I think Green Bay has one of the top defenses in the NFC. So if there's one defense to give San Fran a hard time, I think Green Bay could be the one to do it.
Ooh. Somebody asked me a question in the comments, Dennis.
Remember they say
Chuck Thomas.
Buck Flair.
He said, "What the Falcons got to do to get past the Bucks?" First of all, Buck Flair, you do know we beat y'all one time this year, right, Buck Flair? You do know that, right? See, that's why I don't like Tampa Bay fans. This why. My next question. Where do you rank Pete Carroll as a head coach? Dennis.
I think Pete Carroll probably go down top 15 head coach.
Top 15. The man went
Top
to the
15.
Super Bowl twice.
Right. A lot of people went to the Super Bowl twice. What that mean?
All right, Rich.
He's top. It's funny. I also say the same thing. Top 15, top 20. I mean, I can't put him any higher than that. I can name. I mean, listen, you can name guys right off the top of your head that are dramatically better. I mean, you talk about Belichick. Talk about Reed. In my opinion, is better. I mean, you can go back decades and decades. You got guys like Don Shula back there, Chuck Noll.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking like big names, and like Bill Parcells with the Giants back in the day. You could even say Coughlin for pulling off those 2 Super Bowls that he never should have had. I mean, you can go back forever. Like, I mean, you can literally go on and name a ton of dudes. I just don't put Pete Carroll above any of those names, obviously. So for me, I got to push him down there. I wasn't trying to leave any coaches out. I'm just saying there's a ton of them. There's a lot of guys you can put ahead of him.
My next question. Name a NFL team should hire Pete Carroll to be the next head coach. Rich.
He might go. You know what? He might go to Dallas. I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, I was thinking the same. I was thinking the same thing. I mean, I could see Pete Carroll in Dallas. If not Dallas, I'm trying to. I mean, I'll tell you one team that would benefit, and you're a fan. I could say Atlanta could benefit from Pete Carroll as well. I mean, what's the one thing that everybody keeps saying? Atlanta needs to shore up that defense. And I actually, in my comment section over here, where I'm sharing to my peoples, I got 2 Falcons fans in here, both saying the one thing we got to do better is play defense. Well, what is Pete Carroll known for? Being a great defensive coach. So, I mean, I could see him in Dallas. I could also see him going to Atlanta as well, and maybe making a difference there. But those are the only really 2 teams that make sense for me on the top of my head.
To be honest, I could see him in Tennessee.
That's potential.
I just see that. He going to Tennessee. The Tennessee, their defense is suspect every year.
And what do you think about this real fast? So I know you agreed with me on this, Dennis. Somebody in my comments said, for Pete Carroll, you got to add NCAA accomplishments too, so that makes him top 10. Do you agree with that?
No, we just talking about NFL head coaches. This ain't the Naismith. This ain't the Naismith Hall of Fame. This is the NFL Hall of Fame. NFL head coach.
Amen.
No,
I agree with you. I just want to see. I knew you were going to have a fiery reaction to that. So I've heard your show before where you get pissed off when people start mixing shit.
Right.
So I agree.
No, it's good if you wanted to go just like total coaching, but we was talking about NFL. That's why I said no.
Yeah.
That's like saying Nick Saban's career is tarnished because he coached in the NFL and was terrible. I mean, what does that do with anything?
No, he's gonna make the NCAA Hall of Fame. He's well deserved it, but he ain't making the NFL Hall of Fame.
No, he was not. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt him either. It doesn't hurt his career or his legacy. He did what he did in college. That is what it is.
If he wanted to come to the NFL, he could come on over. He could be, he coach the Cowboys. Shit, if he wanted to.
Speaking of Nick Saban, this is my last question of the night. Since Nick Saban retired, do you think the next head coach they get the job to do? Do you think that he will succeed?
I think he's going to do good, but not as good as he would have done if Nick Saban was there, because a lot of those players decommitted.
Yeah, they transferred.
Yeah. And that's bad, because you know, my boy Jalen Monroe. I like Jalen Monroe. I like him a lot, and I really felt as though this next season he was going to be a Heisman candidate. I really did. I said either he was going to win Heisman or he was going to be a Heisman candidate because I really felt as though he was going to take off, and I was like, it's going to get bad because Alabama about to be back. But shit, after Nick Saban retired, shit, I don't know, shit.
He need
Alabama
to
lost
come
a
to
lot.
Georgia.
Yeah, well, he ain't transferred yet, but I mean, he still got time. So.
What? Rich?
No, I don't need him in Georgia either. He need to lead the SEC.
No,
Go
he
over
need
there.
to come on.
Go
Come
over there. Go to
on.
the Big Ten or something.
Now,
No?
I agree though. I think they're going to be good, but I don't think they're. I mean, even this year, Alabama was not as successful as Alabama should have been, and even with all the talent they had, and then you got to add in the decommit. You got to also add in the fact it's going to be his first year taking the helm. He's never had to do that. There's always going to be a learning curve. There's always going to be a learning curve, no matter
Right.
what sport it is, no matter how good your team is, no matter how bad your team is. Learning curves happen. That's sports, right? Like you got to get in there, build a new chemistry. You got a whole different outlook on how the team is going to play. I think they're going to be good. I don't see them being national champions. I don't see them. I mean, I don't see them being a top 10 team in college football, but they will be ranked. They will be ranked by the end of the year. They will have a bowl game. They will perform, but they ain't going to be what you guys are used to seeing in Alabama. And a lot of people in my comment section said they feel like Bama's going to do well, but I don't know, man. Cosmo
Well-
says the Tide will succeed. I'm not sure about that.
Well,
We'll
I'm
see.
a Georgia fan, so
Okay.
I can't
So
stand
you
Alabama.
hate Bama.
I hate them. I want to cuss Nick Saban out for so long.
Yep.
I said his OS need to retire. I woke up, his punk ass retired. I said about that time. About that time.
I like that
Brian,
question. Should there be a bowl
Brian,
game with the worst two teams? I like that question. You see that in the comments? Derek LaFon says, should there be a bowl game with the two worst teams?
No.
I don't know, man. No, I don't think
They
so.
still-
I
they still
mean,
believe it.
why you wouldn't get any views? I mean, that's the problem with it. No matter what sport you're talking, like even if there was the worst two for basketball, football, you name it,
Right,
nobody's going to watch it. So there's no point in
Right.
having it in there because your ratings are going to be awful.
right.
Right.
Nobody wants to
Basketball,
watch the
too.
worst two.
Barely anybody watched that goddamn the Players Cup.
The mid-season.
That cup.
Yeah. That shit was corny. That shit was a ploy to try to force people to watch, and it didn't work. LeBron had to catch himself. I watched his interview right after they won. He had to catch himself. He was about to bash it himself. He was getting ready to say some shit about it. And he's like, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Like, you could tell he wasn't taking that shit seriously.
Yeah.
If you're a real ball player and you're here to win the chip, you don't give a damn about no $500,000 bonus. LeBron worth over $1 billion, bro.
I mean,
You don't
hey,
care.
Unless it was cash. Unless it was cash free.
Right. After
That's true. Oh, that's true.
After they won the larger one and popped champagne, pop bottles.
If they want to make that a bigger deal, they got to make that payout bigger. They got to add some more. They got to make it big. They got to literally hype that up and make it into a big
They got to make
deal.
it bigger for the fans. That's what
It has to have a legacy behind it in order for it's going to take a long time. Like things like that don't get big overnight. They take a while. So I mean, the midseason tournament could be good down the line 5-6 years from now. Once you start seeing some crazy battles and you have memorable moments like you do in the finals, it'll never be as big as the finals. It's not supposed to be, but it's going to take about 5-6 years before that midseason tournament really takes off and gets big. It's going to be a little while because nobody cares right now. $500,000 payout for the average player. They don't give a damn.
I was like, what kind of shit is this?
That's why the NFL won't do nothing like that because they know it's a waste of their time. It would never work.
I like this some bullshit.
Somebody might get injured. Somebody might get injured in the NFL. That's why they ain't gonna do that.
Well, that's why I don't like the midseason tournament for basketball either. I don't even want Embiid to play. Like next year, don't even put Embiid in. Let him out the whole time. It doesn't affect your season record. Take him out. I don't give a damn. We can lose every one of them games. I don't give a shit. I ain't gonna risk my franchise player in a bunch of meaningless games. I'm cool.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that. It's just sad, nigga. You know what? I'm happy that we're coming to an end. Rich, it was great having you on.
Yeah.
You know, if you're available any Tuesdays, just hit me up, man. You come right on, man. We had a great time with you.
Damn right.
Ryan, how you feel about the show, man?
I feel good, man. This show was really good. But you know what I always say, Dennis? Without the fans, we would not be doing this.
Be here, baby, and thank you to all the fans. We appreciate every fan that came through, including rich fans. Rich fans is in the house and shit.
Right.
Including them.
Like,
Appreciate y'all for
share.
tuning in, guys, on my side too. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out to Pops and the Henry brothers. Shout out to the wannabe Cowboy fans that don't show up after you lose. You know who you is.
Yeah, we ain't seen you. We ain't seen you. But we got you though. We got you on.
Right. We have not seen you in a minute.
We got you on here. But with that note, man, we would just want to say God bless and one more time. One more
big
time.
Screen TV and some prizes down in Texas. I would love that. So go ahead, Czar. What you got this game?
Nah, it's just funny all week, you know. These Packer fans are funny, you know. We playing with house money. We ain't supposed to be there. Pressure's on Dallas. Yeah. But saying all that, I think the Packers are going to win. Oh, you do? But if they don't, we've had a great year. We found our quarterback. Don't give me that bullshit. Everybody's here to go to the Super Bowl. You make the playoffs for a reason. Don't come talking shit. Y'all win and y'all lose. Oh, it's been a great year. We weren't supposed to win, but you picked yourself to win. It's comedy. You Packers.
I had to win in the division, Green Bay. I did.
I did too, but that's just a preseason prediction. Besides the point. The point is you can't have it both ways. You can't say we playing with house money, we ain't got nothing to lose, and then pick yourselves to win. But then if you don't win, oh, we've had a great year. We're not supposed to win. No, you don't get off the hook. We're going to kick your ass. So I'm just letting you know. And I'm a Jordan Love fan. So, again, it's just the Packer fans are funny. I had to throw that out there. Kudos to them. But, yeah, you know, we're 8-0 at home. We play, you know, obviously we got bigger fish to fry. We lose this first-round game. Like I said, I might start watching Home Shopping Network. I might stop watching sports. So that's how I feel about it. So I'm taking Dallas to win at home. I'm going 38-20.
38-20, taking Dallas in a blowout.
I'm right.
It gets worse every time you watch it, bro. It's worse every time.
Oh, don't it? Oh, man. Oh. Shit. I just had to let that know, man. It was good though. It was good. It was cold. It was gold. It was gold, baby. It was gold.